Joining me now is Vermont Senator Patrick Leahy. He's the chairman of the Appropriations Subcommittee on the Department of State, Foreign Operations and Related Programs, which oversees American aid to Egypt, which would be incredibly relevant right now. Senator Leahy, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's good to be with you.
All right. Now, you called on Hosni Mubarak to step down immediately, whereas the president has called on him to begin the process of stepping down, basically. Do you think the president needs to be clearer on that issue?
No, I think President Obama has been pretty clear. He's had long conversations with President Mubarak. Whether you call it immediate or begin the process, either way, we know if he's going to step down, it's going to be a very, very short time. Time has run out. And the options that might have been available to President Mubarak 3 or 4 years ago are not there now. It's unrealistic to think he can wait till elections in September. It's also does not help his position to have people, actually thugs, in the street who appear to be government-sponsored, throwing Molotov cocktails and things like that. That does not help his position. It actually makes his position worse.
Well, President Obama last night did say that Mubarak does need to begin to step down, however you interpret that. Apparently, President Mubarak doesn't agree. And so is him sending out here people to the pro-Mubarak forces on camels and horses, etc., to beat down the protesters, is that his answer to President Obama, saying basically, no, I'm not listening?
Oh, I don't think it's his answer to President Obama. I think it's him saying, I don't want to leave. And I think it's an act of desperation. I know President Mubarak. I think he has a real sense of Egypt as a wonderful and great country. But nobody should be president for 30 years. And I think he thinks if he tries some of the things that might have worked in the past, he can stay there. It's not going to work this time. It's just not going to work. The momentum has grown up too much. And I think the more things like the people on the horseback, the Molotov cocktails and all, the harder it is for him to be able to leave with any semblance of dignity and authority. The time has come. Now, whether that time is today, next week, or the week after, it's inevitable.
So, Senator, you called for him to step down. So has Senator John Kerry, and now Senator John McCain has also joined that call, though he calls it regrettable. Well, where do we go from here? If Mubarak does not step down, then do you begin to withdraw aid from Egypt?
We have a lot of aid in the pipeline now. That pipeline will be turned off. There is nobody, Republican or Democratic, in the Senate, and I suspect in the House, that's going to vote for an aid package for Egypt under these circumstances. We have a long tradition after the Camp David Accords of maintaining aid to Egypt and to Israel. That's not going to continue under these circumstances. We have enough financial problems in our own country. Aid will not go to Egypt. Aid will continue to Egypt if you have somebody who's come in with credibility, who is trying to help the people, trying to help those who are unemployed, those who are not being fed, somebody who wants to try to bring a semblance of order. So one of their largest cash products in Egypt, tourism, can come back.
So, Senator Leahy, I want to get a little bit more specific. When would that pipeline of aid be cut off?
Well, the money that's in the pipeline right now is controlled by the administration. The Congress will be facing, in a matter of weeks or months, a new foreign aid bill. But there is no way, unless credibility has been restored in Egypt, and it will not be credibility with President Mubarak, there's no way further aid will go. So you're really talking about a relatively short time.
All right. Thank you, Senator Pat Leahy of Vermont.